If you intend to use PyNotes, you have the option of linking the goals from the treatment plan to the clinical documentation. Doing so ensures a direct match between the goal as it is written on the plan and the goal as it is written on the note. Once goals are entered on the treatment plan, they will pull over to the note, preventing you from having to key in the goals every time you create a note. Let's review the steps. Click on the client's desktop. You will be presented with a listing of clients. Your security settings will determine the clients displayed in the list. You can verify these settings by going to the Options menu to see if the Assigned Clients box is checked. If this box is not checked, then you will see all clients in the call centers that you work with. If this box is checked, then you will only see clients that are assigned to you on your roster. Select your client by clicking Edit Client. From here, click on the treatment icon. You may see some treatment plan records that reflect your plan's start date and end date. If you see your plan's start date and end date, then click on the plan. If you do not see the plan, then click Add Plan. Begin by selecting the plan format. Additional options may be added by sending a request to our support department. An easy way to contact support is by going to the Options menu, Support, and Contact Support. Complete the fields to submit your request. Then select the plan type. Again, if additional options are needed, use the Contact Support link to submit your request. Enter in the start date and end date of the plan. The initial issue date and receipt date are optional and for reference purposes only. When these required fields have been entered, click Save. You will then see your plan record listed here. If you would like to upload your plan before you begin entering in your goals, click on the DMS button. DMS stands for Document Management System. You may find it helpful to have your plan accessible here so that you can copy and paste the goals into the system. You may enter in a description to define the plan you are uploading. This is optional but can be helpful in identifying and labeling your documents. Browse your computer for the file, and when the file is selected, click Upload. Once the file is uploaded, it can always be viewed by clicking on the green arrow. To begin adding in the goals, click on the Add Goal icon. The code is internal to the system and will not display on the note. Typically, the code is used to number the goals. This is a required field. The open date and close date are used to drive whether or not the goal pulls to the note based on the service date. For example, if the goal open date is January 1st, 2013, and the goal close date is January 31st, 2013, then the goal will not show up on any note with the service date of February 1st and on. It is important to manage these dates so that the notes have the correct goals at any given time. If these dates are left blank, then the system will use the plan start date and end date to determine when the goal should pull over to the note. Enter in the goal in the description field. This is what will pull to the note. When completed, hit Save. You will then need to tie the goal to a service. Without connecting the goal to a service, the system will not have the capability of syncing it to a note. To add the service, hit the Add Outcome icon along the goal line. The code, description, and methodology are all optional and will be for reference purposes only. They will only be viewable here at this treatment plan screen. It is recommended to at least input the service name or abbreviation in the description field for easy reference as to which service the goal applies to. Scroll down to tie the services to the goal. The goal can be applied up to 5 different services. If no service is assigned, then the goal will not populate to the note. Date completed, revised date, and target date can be used for reference purposes only. None of these fields will synchronize with the note. Hit Save after linking the goal to the service. If you have multiple goals to enter, you will click Add Goal against the treatment plan record again. You would then complete the steps we have already reviewed for adding in the goal details and their corresponding services. This is how a plan with multiple goals will look. You can expand each goal to see the associated service that is tied to each one. Let's review some of the options that you have in managing each plan. Hovering your mouse over the icons will give you a tooltip to explain what the icon does. The Clone Plan button is typically used when the current plan has ended and new start dates and end dates are in effect under a revised or updated plan. When hitting Clone, that plan is copied to a new plan where you can edit and update goals accordingly. You would simply give the new plan its new format, type, start date and end date, and when saving, all of your goals would be copied. You can edit accordingly from there. This is a big time saver when there are relatively minor changes to make to the new plan. We have already discussed the DMS button and how to upload. Again, this feature allows you to upload any associated documents with the plan record so that the plan is centralized and can be viewed by any user that has access to this client. You can assign tasks from the plan. Any user that can access this client plan is allowed to add a task and may assign it to any staff in the system. The task will then show up in the assignee's task dashlet, and if task email notifications are enabled, an email will be sent as well. To receive email notifications when a task is sent, go to Options, Preferences, and check to receive email notifications. We have also already reviewed the purpose of the Add Goal button. Lastly, the Delete icon will only allow you to delete plans that are not referenced elsewhere in the program. Once the goals are pulled into the note and a note is created, the plan is no longer eligible for deletion. The Export button will allow you to report on all plan records. From the Export window, you have the ability to print or export into another file type. Finally, let's take a look at how the goals will link to the notes. This is a Pie note, and in the Purpose of Contact section, there will be a drop-down that will list every goal associated with the service of the note. Also, it will only display all valid goals based on the service date of the note. For any further questions, please contact our support department.